Hey guys! So I wanted to talk a little bit about anxiety. I know that I talked about this a little bit in one of my, maybe two of my previous vlogs, but I wanted to bring it up again because I think it is something that is incredibly important and there is constantly more that can be said. And I have been struggling with it my entire life, so I am still always trying to find new ways to cope with it. And excuse my ridiculous outfit, the weather is like on some sort of drugs today because it was 1,000 degrees out and now it's raining. I don't know. So I'm just gonna be super 8 Mile about it. Anyway, so one of the things I wanted to talk about is exercise and how that helps me cope with my anxiety. Yoga is a huge help for me. Even just doing some simple stretching in the morning. Personally, I like to do the yoga videos. I am doing a Beachbody challenge right now, so one of those videos is yoga, and I'm doing the 21-day fix, which I will give you guys updates on at some point. One of the reasons that I love yoga for anxiety so much is because I'm one of those people that actually forgets to breathe. And I think that a lot of people with anxiety do this. And in yoga, you're constantly being told when and how to breathe. Like every other minute, it's inhale, exhale. So that is really helpful for me because I'll just stop breathing for like a minute. And then I'll be like, oh, gotta stay alive. So gotta start that back up. So I love that, and I think that my body is probably deprived of oxygen a lot of the time, and so it's really good to get a little flood of oxygen going. As far as working out, for me, what I have found has worked is a really, really strict schedule. If I don't have an incredibly strict schedule and routine, I'm not gonna do it. And that's why, like I said, I'm doing this whole Beachbody thing with different challenges because it's all laid out for you. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, all of them. And it's only 30 minutes a day. And so every single day I know what I'm doing. All I have to do is find that time. And as a busy mom, it's hard to find 30 minutes sometimes, but not impossible. I will do it either when my baby's napping, or I'll include her in the workouts if she won't nap. I'll do it in her room. There's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Exercise has been proven to reduce anxiety like over and over and over and have gigantic, large effects on bringing your stress levels down, bringing your cortisol levels down, which is the main chemical that flows through your body when you are stressed out and when you are in that flight or fight mode. And you know, people with anxiety are pretty much always in that flight or fight mode. Think of it as like a little battle, and on one side you've got, you know, your cortisol and your big stress guys, and then the other side you've got endorphins, and the endorphins come in and they just crush them. So for me, exercise is huge. Another thing that I have found to be helpful is putting little sayings around my house. I know it's super cheesy, but they've actually proven that it increases happiness and reduces anxiety and stress. So these are a couple I got my husband for Christmas. Nostalgia. I am one for nostalgia. And nostalgia is such a complicated emotion. And I think that the best way that scientists have been able to describe it is a feeling of bittersweet remembrance. Because you're missing something, but at the same time you have this really nice feeling. And it's like you're getting a little piece of it back. And so whenever I have something that makes me feel nostalgic, it calms me down. It brings my anxiety down. I think that's why a lot of the time when we are having a hard time, we will go to our favorite movie or our favorite song or our favorite activity, and that's why. So one of the strongest senses that we have is smell, and it is one of our strongest ties to memory. So that's kind of how it works in with nostalgia. And so I am a huge fan of scented candles, scents of all kinds really. Natural, of course, well, for the most part. I've talked about lavender in the past and how useful that can be in bringing stress levels down. It's very therapeutic. I also like including nostalgic smells. These are actually trimmings from last Christmas. I don't think that they even smell anymore, but I don't know, I just leave them there anyway. I think it looks cute. And there's my little peanut. My other absolute favorite smell in the entire world, the Leaves candle from Bed Bath & Beyond. Just kidding. Nope, the other one, Bath & Body Works. Yep. This is all that's left of it, but I can still like pick it up and smell it, and ugh, I love it. I'm from Vermont, so anything that smells like fall or like trees or wood or apples or really anything basic makes my soul really happy. Another thing is decluttering, and I'm horrible at this because I don't like to clean and I get really overwhelmed, and it kind of just builds and builds and builds until I want to ignore it and push it away and never see it again. But that's not a thing because it's there, it's happening, it's getting bigger. So one of the main ways that I declutter in order to de-stress is doing a little bit at a time. And I apply that to cleaning, I apply that to homework, I apply that to parenting. No, I'm just kidding. But mainly I apply that to cleaning. So I will have like a double scrub day, probably twice a month, where I really need my husband's help and motivation, and usually a little motivation from the Backstreet Boys or Britney Spears as well. Maybe a little Phil Collins, and then I can get it done. But other than that, I will just tackle the kitchen and make my bed and wipe off a few counters in my bathroom, and that makes a world of difference for me. So everyone's different. Some people can get up and clean their whole house every day, and I'm like, I don't know how you do that, but your house looks incredible, so good for you. Yeah, so anyway, that's just a little bit of what's been working for me this month, because I've had a lot of stress, I've had a lot of things on my mind. You know, I think as moms or as parents in general, we worry a lot as it is, and I've had a lot of extra going on. I'm not just saying that. I've had some stuff. So I think that I've been really forced to get innovative in the ways that I deal with it. And those are a few of the ways that I've been doing it this week. Exercise, bare minimum, cleaning and decluttering, Po Buddy's Nerfect. I just saw that Office episode last night. I'm still thinking about it. Where was I? Oh my gosh. I really had like a solid idea of everything that I wanted to say today, and I feel like such a... Okay. Bring it back together, Daisy. A huge outlet for me, getting a tattoo. As you can see, I have lots of tattoos. I have lots more that you can't see as well. Obviously, that's not everyone's thing, but that can be a huge stress relief for me, and I love tattoos. So, it's also very expensive, so I can't really do it that often. That's why I have a very unfinished piece for my daughter here. But it'll be finished one day, and it'll be fantastic. And she will love it. What if she hates it? What if she's like, Mom, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen? See, now I'm having anxiety about that. So anyway, stop thinking. Stop thinking. Unless you have to think about it right now, today, stop it. Talking to me. Okay, see if you can spot the fake flowers. It's the middle one. I always try to keep a bouquet of flowers, at least one. This week is a little bit out of control. But if my husband doesn't, you know, do something wrong that week and have to get me flowers, then I get myself some dang flowers. Or I get myself some fake ones. Fun fact, those were each like 99 cents at Michael's. These gorgeous, freaking gigantic sunflowers that give me life. This one's not looking that hot right now, but I will put plants all over the house. Even if they die, I mean, obviously I try to keep them alive, but this one has been hanging in there for like 8 months now. And I don't even know what this is. It's just like leaves pretty much. But yeah, I got a bunch of them and just put them around the house, and I water them like once a week, and they've been hanging in there. So the next part of my video, it's really hard for me to take things seriously, in case you can't tell, but this is serious, and anxiety is not a joke, and I have suffered with it, like I said, my entire life, and it can be incredibly debilitating. So please don't take my inability to act like an adult as me making light of this subject. So enjoy. All right, guys, so I gotta start out with some honesty. Although I will do a very bare minimum clean on my kitchen, and it does do wonders for my anxiety, I don't really understand the whole speed cleaning trend. I think it's great if it works for you, and don't get me wrong, I will watch your videos, but I just am usually still sitting on my bed by the end, and I'm just jealous of your clean house. But anyway, here's mine. Really awkward, and my kitchen probably won't look that much cleaner afterwards. Washing those dishes. Yep. Getting real into it. Oh, forgot something. Oh, hopped right back into it. Nothing stopping me. Autumn's cheering me on. Right, babe? Yeah? Yeah. She's such a great motivator. Yeah! Getting those coffee cups clean. Getting them real clean. Okay, so here's where it gets really exhilarating, because apparently I'm a horrible dishwasher loader. I've been told by multiple sources that I have absolutely no idea how to load a dishwasher, which surprises me because it doesn't seem like a mathematical equation, but apparently I am not maximizing the space so that I can fit the most dishes in. I just kind of throw them wherever they can fit. I don't understand what is so appalling about that. But I suppose it's possible that I'm doing more loads than I need to. Probably won't change. I'm 22, 21, 20 years old, so I'm 28. Probably not gonna change now, though. Just cleaning that sink out now with some soap. If you don't do that, you are a barbarian. Hi. And normally while I'm doing this little nugget's having a snack. There's the aftermath of her noodle snack. Yeah, I don't want those yucky hands. And now I start my stretching. Autumn's not taking me seriously. As she shouldn't. I don't really know what I'm doing. Warrior 7, Warrior 37, triangle pose. That other triangle pose. Something about a dog. Downward dog, I know that one. That's it.